Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing more Kerbal Space Program. So in this episode we're sending a rover to Mars. I actually, if you know this, currently all the videos I've done, I've been voicing them live. I actually am recording this in my closet as a test because tell me if you guys like this better or if you liked it before when I did it live. I personally think this is going to be better because I'm not distracted playing the game and I can just view it. So yeah, and I can talk. So that's why I'm doing this. Tell me if you guys like it. Tell me guys if you hate it. Subscribe. Yeah. So I haven't really said anything about the mission yet. This mission was sending up a rover to Duna. Duna is like Mars in Kerbal Space Program. Usually we just jettison those boosters. So this rocket's a fairly simple one, except the top's a lot more complicated. So we have the rover inside of... actually, I'll talk about this later. Let's just enjoy the launch. So this rocket, I actually built this 2 times because for some reason when I was building this yesterday, my computer actually had a problem where for some reason in Kerbal Space Program I tried doing everything reloading it. It just can't, it wouldn't load. Every time I saved it, it said missing part and it wouldn't let me load. So yeah. So if you look inside, you can see it's a lot more complicated. It looks a lot complicated. It's not actually going to land like that. On top, there's a satellite that we're going to deploy to Mars as a relay satellite. And that has its own thruster so it can get into orbit. Underneath, we have a little fuel thing for landing with all the parachutes. Underneath that, we have the rover inside the fairing. And that's going to be jettisoned when we're in the atmosphere, once we get through the heating. In this episode, I have heat up and everything, but you can't really see the heat because Duna's atmosphere is so thin in this game. It doesn't really work. You can see I was having some problem with the maneuver nodes. For some reason, I kept having problems with them. I don't know what it means that I can't control lock. You can't delete it. It just makes it a pain. Yeah, it's just a pain. So I eventually got it deleted. So now we're getting a rendezvous with Duna. So this booster has plenty of meters per second. It has about 700 more than we actually need. And yeah, I just made it overkill because you don't really need it to, and it's a lot easier to calculate it because if you're doing a mission, you run out of fuel, that's just a pain. It makes you sad. And no one likes being sad. So I did that. And last episode, we actually put a relay. This episode, I was doing an earlier save of the world because it was closer to Duna, so yeah, I deleted those. Well, I reloaded the world in earlier save, so those are gone. So we're not going to be using those. And yeah, you guys should go watch that video if you haven't already. And I haven't actually been talking about the mission at all. So we're doing the burn. This burn is actually to get into the intersect. I have everything at 2 times speed, so that's why it's going a lot faster. This took a minute burn, and it's only 30 seconds here, so let's just get through that. And guys, while we're here, make sure you guys subscribe. Every subscriber counts, so yeah, every subscriber counts, and eventually, if I get enough subscribers, I can make money off of YouTube, and then I can do big projects like launching a model rocket in real life or something like that, a Starship that I plan to do eventually. I bought everything, but I haven't actually done it yet, because I ran out of filament for my 3D printer. That's actually coming tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm probably gonna eventually do that. Yeah. What was I talking about? I don't know. So, right now, we're just making the maneuver node. We're going to do a little point in between and make it so we're actually pointing toward it. There's going to be, coming up, there's going to be a little cut thing. and we're gonna time warp, like teleport to a newer thing. So my Kerbal Space Program, I did like the whole mission, and then for some reason it said unexpected mark overflow, critical error, and the game crashed. That's the second time it's happened during recording, and I don't know what it means. So tell me if you know what that means. So basically, there was a maneuver node I did, and it time warped. It's coming up now. It time warped me to the maneuver node, and basically I just fixed what we had before, and now we're going into the orbit. So I cut that part out because it was just a pain. It was like 5 minutes of just loading the game. So coming in approach to Duna, we're just gonna do the little burn to actually orbit. Then we're gonna separate the probe like I talked about earlier. So if you look in the corner, we just started the burn because you can see all the stats. So the burn's about 10 seconds long in this recording. Not that long. And it's over. You can still see that we have a lot of meters per second left. So yeah. Now that we've done that, we can eject the top probe thing. As you can see, it just ejected. We switched that. We're gonna go to the side so we don't actually hit the spacecraft, because solar panels in this game, they just shatter any contact. So we're not gonna just thrust forward or hit that. So we have to thrust to the side a little bit. Just thrust there, and then we're gonna thrust forward to get into an orbit. So we're gonna raise the orbit, because if we have a low, when we land, it's not gonna really work well. So we're doing this, so that has a communication, and then once we do a full thing, now if we do a full orbit with our probe, I think it's one orbit, then we're gonna actually be able to use that as a relay. Because if you know that, yeah, I don't think I showed the orbit. So as you know, it's gonna be using like a relay to go back to Earth. It doesn't really need it, but it just helps a lot once we have the rover deployed, and right now it's the only thing really giving us anything. So that's why we have that. But we have limited probe control, so we can't actually maneuver. All we can do is thrust up and thrust down. And retrograde and all that, but the things don't actually move. So we're gonna be using that. And yeah. So we're gonna be landing. There's no heat, like I said. It's just because the Duna's atmosphere is too thin. And now we're gonna be ejecting that. So that's the heat shield. We have the solid rocket boosters because it's actually the drag from the heat shield would come back and hit us, so that pushes away. We're throttling to get our thing right below us because we can't actually gimbal at all. We don't have any reaction wheels working or anything like that. So we have to just rely on gravity pulling us down and keeping us straight. And we can't actually throttle. We have to either go full or none. So we're going to be landing like that, little pulses to land. And it comes up a little, and then we just eject that. That can fly away, we'll crash somewhere. And that antenna's on back's the only thing that's actually keeping us, making it able for us to drive. Without it, we can't. So as you can see, we use the robotic parts to make the head. It uses 2 mystery glue containers because I thought it looked cool. And now we have a robotic arm that can scan this. We have to have brakes on. And that robotic arm can just scan the thing. And I think it's cool how it has the light thing. Yeah, so once we scan that, there's another rock on the hill that we can scan. So let's go do that. As you can see, I forgot to turn my brakes on. So I was like, why are we going so slow? The brakes are still on. That's also, the back has all the brakes, so that's why our front wheels are like at the top. So I didn't realize that until after we did the recording. Well, after we got up to the top. Yeah, so I just time warped it. Oh. but it's fine. It's not like that's going to be destroying the brakes of the Rover or anything. Yeah, so now we're just going to actually put the brakes on, because that's when I realized. I turned them off for some reason. So we're just getting a little bit of thing. And now we can scan it. So this looks cooler because it actually is the big rock. So this is the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell me what I should do in the next video. And bye.